Hey everyone, good to see you again. Thanks for checking the channel out. Really do appreciate it. I am Rich. You're watching Six String Fun. So I am sure this has been done hundreds of times as far as lessons and videos, but it's just a great tune. Freebird by Lynyrd Skynyrd. But what I wanted to do was, and look, there's so much to the song. You've got the intro, you've got two different guitar parts, you've got a whole lot going on. I'm not looking to do the whole thing. What I'm trying to do is I want to just throw something together for you. So, you know, if you've got the acoustic guitar, you're hanging out with friends, family, campfire, whatever it might do, wherever you might be, I should say. You can just kind of pick it up and just start jamming. So I'm going to show you just a basic chord structure for the verse, the chorus. There is that turnaround part where it kind of kicks in and the solo kicks in. So we're going to try to work on that together. I still haven't figured out the best way to do that turnaround without maybe putting it in there completely, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you very much. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I've got some other videos coming out. A lot planned for this year. If you're a Rush fan, I've got this big project I'm working on, and I just put the first video up just recently, so check it out. It's for bits and pieces of the first album by Rush, and I'm going to go through each album after that. So, but this one, Freebird, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Let's take a closer look at this one. Thanks. All right, so let's take a closer look at this one. Freebird by Skynyrd. So I'm going to show you just the basics, so that way you can play it on the acoustic guitar. If it's just you solo or an acoustic duo, again, like I mentioned, there's a lot going on in this song where you're not going to touch the solos. We're not going to touch the intro solo. It's just kind of a chance for you to just jam, you know, and just kind of play something that everyone kind of knows. Stripped down one guitar, all right? And the chords are fairly simple throughout. There's one bar chord that can give you problems, but, you know, maybe you can, you know, figure a way around that, okay? So let's take a closer look here. G. All right? Now, in that intro, or how it works, if you want to just kind of work with the dynamics, you can play the D with the F sharp in the bass, or you can go from G just to that note, to the E minor. And you hold that for 2 counts. All right, so let's do it again. And that second count, you don't hear, but I'm going to play it just for a timing mechanism. Okay, again, G, 2, and then we're going to go to the F, that bar chord, which kind of gives you probably the most trouble here, I guess, in general. C to the D. And that's basically the entire song, at least those chords that you're using, aside from going into the solo, which I'll show you that, and then maybe we'll figure out together if it's even worth doing that, okay? So, and then to turn it around, I kind of just give it some suspended notes. All right? And I think there's 3 ways you can actually just play that progression, at least before the verse kicks in, just to kind of give it some dynamic qualities to it, okay? So, and how you want to do it's up to you, basically. So, I was just playing chords, right? Or at least some chords. F sharp, E minor, F, C, D. Now, 2 more options you can do here. You can just strum them. All right, we can keep doing that. So there's 2 ways you can play that same chord progression. The third way, which might be a little tougher, but it's just something to think about, is just kind of arpeggiating and picking those single notes. So what I tend to do is when I've played this on the acoustic guitar, I will actually walk into that first G note. So I'm going from an open E to the 2nd fret on the 6th string. Now I'm in that G-shaped position right there. And that's really it, okay? Now, you can arpeggiate any way you want. It's up to you. I never do it the same way twice just because I just don't. So I'll leave it at that. G. And I'll throw this moving. I'll pull up on that E minor just to give it a little something there. Do it here. And all I'm doing, I'm just kind of raking it up. I'm just going from the high E, hitting every note on the way up, right? Okay. That F might give you the hardest problem there. You know, maybe you want to play just to try it. Making that my own. I'm doing some hammers, some pulls. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not doing it note for note on the studio version. It's not, it just doesn't make any sense for this lesson. But those are the chords basically. Your G. It is a D with the F in the bass, but sometimes you only have to play that one note to the E minor, to an F, to the C, to the G. And then during the chorus, and the line is, and this bird you cannot change, all you do is go back to the F. Again. Back to the intro, or the verse, whatever you want to call it. So you just keep repeating that. Now, the one part of the song where it's going to change, which is going into the solo, is where it just the tempo picks up, and it's just 3 chords, but they're all bar chords. So whether or not you want to incorporate this into your version of it, totally up to you. But it's going to be a G to a B flat to a C. Now you want to play the G here, the B flat here, and the C here. I leave it up to you. But it's gonna, again, the tempo is going to change. However you want to do this is fine. So that'll be basically what takes the whole song out, basically, for the most part, is that rhythm. So, do you want to incorporate it? I don't know. I think for me personally, you can work it in there. So you can try some different turnarounds here, depending on how you want to do it. But you've got to get back into, I guess, that G. So, I mean, let's try something. I don't know. So it's going to be a hard transition unless you can figure out a way to kind of walk into that. Let's try one more. So I leave it up to you. I mean, that's a tough transition, but that's kind of what the chords are. Maybe you want to leave that one section completely out. It's up to you. Make it your own. If you're playing with somebody else, if someone else is going to be playing those chords, just jam something in that E minor pentatonic box. Or you want to keep it major. You got the major scale there, but make it your own, or just a pentatonic. You'll figure it out. But I just wanted to kind of give you the basics, just something you can work with, play with. It's fun, it's easy. you know, enjoy. This wasn't meant to be a tough one, but just something, if you haven't played it before, if you're new to the guitar, or if you're not new to the guitar and you want to just do something different, this could be it for you. But thank you for checking the video out. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.